it's really about making your own choices. Everyone perceives life differently and create your own environment. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. I'm Kelly. This is episode number 2 of the yapping series, and we're talking about creating your own reality, because I feel like everyone has a different perspective on the world that they consider their reality. This is mainly based on their experiences, the type of content they consume, the type of books they read, the people they surround themselves with, and just their environment in general. And most of the time, their reality varies because everyone has a different experience, childhood, and influences in their lives. So for me, because I go to a music school, my reality could be very music oriented. Like, not many people around me have knowledge in other subjects. My musician classmates don't know much about nursing, business, finances, accounting, and all that other subjects. Therefore, if I don't expand my knowledge beyond music, then I would be really trapped in the realm that I'm in. Or to put it in simpler terms, for someone who grew up in a really highly competitive environment, a friendly contest could feel high stakes, whereas for someone with a more laid-back upbringing, the same contest might just be a fun game. So let's talk about my experience. One of the things I don't really appreciate about going to music school is definitely how judgmental some people can get, because, you know, music is very subjective. As I'm surrounded by very opinionated people, my reality becomes judgment and other people talking about my work and other people's works. Because, for example, in class, we will have to play our own productions and mixes. Constructive comments, of course, is really beneficial and definitely something I value a lot and everyone should value too. But when people talk down on your work in a negative manner just because they disagree with the way you approach your work, or, you know, the way you function, the way you like to create music, just your workflow in general, the environment can get toxic because they just disagree with it. As a result, this causes me to feel extremely insecure about posting on social media, especially Instagram, which is the platform most of my friends, family, acquaintances are on. The reason why I'm afraid of posting on Instagram is because social media is such a big thing in the music industry. It's not only just about staying connected, but it's also a platform for auditioning in front of the global audience every single day. Just how you present yourself on the internet has an impact on your image, and your audience engagement can directly influence your career. And I realized that when I used to live in Vancouver, I never really had that problem or insecurity because competition did not revolve around social media, but somewhere else. I would have these experiences when people post things such as like music covers or their own music that aren't up to the conventional standard. Many would have opinions about it, which make me super insecure because what if they do the same to me, you know? I just feel so discouraged to share my own voice on Instagram sometimes. And I realized that my reality slowly shifted to judgment. And at the back of my mind, I've always worried that people would judge my photos, the stories I record, and the things I say, even though probably 99% of the people don't really care about what I do or say. My surrounding has caused me to create an imaginary behavior where I think other people will react similarly, which is judgment. Environment in an art institution can get super competitive during class because music is subjective. There's no right answer to it, and everyone just prefers different things. So, of course, when people voice their opinions and I hear that, even though I put in all of my effort into one piece of work, I could easily feel discouraged and let judgment consume my mind, which is not good. Judgment is also something you can't really control, but because I'm surrounded by that environment every single day, I'm just exposed to judgment and people talking about others' work. It just became my reality, and that I assume other people would do the same even if they're not in an art school. However, this is my realization. It's when I left the city for my summer break, where the environment is less competitive and more tamed, and I realized that everyone's perspective on the world is different. The reality I was trapped in wasn't really suitable for me. It was more like a fake reality that I made up for myself. I don't really have to take in everything other people say. I could choose what can impact me and the way I think. Just because one group of people is really judgmental doesn't mean that everyone will react the same way. Like, I'm afraid of posting on social media because I'm afraid of judgment, and I'm afraid of the reality that I created for myself. However, if I choose carefully the thoughts that I allow impact me, then this wouldn't be my reality. I wouldn't be afraid of it. Just like, for example, when I reached out to some friends, they're super supportive. I asked them about posting my mini vlogs on TikTok and Instagram. They just simply asked me why not. They don't overthink that much. And I realized that that is because their reality is full of support, encouragement, care, and kindness rather than judgment. And because of this carefree answer that I received, I realized that if their environment was also judgmental, their reaction wouldn't be an easy why not, but also similar to me, which is worrying. Their exterior influences shape who they are, which means if I want to overcome my fear, I would have to create a different environment for myself. The reality is changeable and controllable. You can shift your perspective on the world by choosing carefully the type of people and environment you want to surround yourself with. Or even easier, the type of content you consume online, the books you read, the short form content you watch on TikTok. You choose what to accept and what to ignore. And by picking and choosing carefully, you can curate an environment where you are satisfied with, whether it's creating comfort or like a challenge to spark self-improvement. For example, I'm trying to create a reality for myself where I can improve on myself, push myself, which means distancing myself from negative influences that are within my control. I want to be able to post my mini vlogs onto Instagram and overcome the fear of that. I've been consuming content by Ali Abdul about productivity to improve on my time management skills that allows me to balance my jobs and like school and all that. I'm reading a book called 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think by Brianna Wiest. I love that book. It's like my favorite ever. And to encourage myself to post on Instagram, I've not only been reaching out to friends who are also posting reels on Instagram, but I'm also trying to watch more videos about posting on Instagram and why I should do it, as well as how I can improve the quality of my Instagram content so I feel confident and I'm putting out my best work every single time. Every single friend I have talked to about posting reels on Instagram have been super encouraging instead of judging me. And slowly but surely, I'm starting to create a reality that I think is suitable for me and will make me a better person. So to wrap this up, I think it's really about making your own choices, choosing what influences you and what to accept and move on from. Yes, everyone perceives life differently, and most of the time they don't realize that they have control over what they allow into their lives. You can create a reality for yourself where it brings you things you want and constantly generate happiness consistently. Everything is your choice and it's within your control, and everyone has different realities. You just have to take control, choose, and create your own environment. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say for today. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you watched this far, leave a comment down below about the reality you want to create for yourself. And yeah, love you guys. See you guys in next week's video. Bye! Take a break. 지금 넌 무슨 생각하